2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 30 days, let's go. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Well, this one complete to Smith. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
On first down, it's Carson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6. And he will find his man on the outside.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second and 2. That is caught inside the 5. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Clifford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there. That'll bring up second down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. That second down play nets a -4.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
42 the mark, 42.
Throwing on third and long. Clifford. He's got his man. It's Butler. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Clifford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Henderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Drop deep, drop deep.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Don't get nervous. Check, check, check.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
3, 2, 18. Chopper, chopper. Check out read. 49, check 49, check 49. Now. Set, go.
They'll set up a throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone. So it goes for 2 points on the fake and gives him a lead. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Carlson now to kick this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and
it's a foot race past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mike, check, 59. We don't want this. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Man, I got you. Man.
Throwing on first down. Clifford, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
First down, Bills.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Go! 70, Indy. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't ready.
Off the play fake. Clifford letting one go deep for the end. And it'll be intercepted. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Let's go. 30 pace, let's go. 2 times. 80 weapon. Check 9. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Back to the air on second down. Clifford going to take a shot for Gallup. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 48 yards. On first down, Clifford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Defense wins championships, baby. Go, go.
Mike 55.
Charlie.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go, D. All day, D. Ready, go.
Now it's Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And it's now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Bengals. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. There he goes right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case...
And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Watch the whip.
This is Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They run it with Carson, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys have now moved out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Come get some.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Give him 30 yards there. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Henderson, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Looking to throw. Clifford going to take a shot for Gallup. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
On the double.
50 seconds to Mike. All day, every day.
2nd and 13. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
25, check 25. 2, fellas, let's go. 3, check 3. Kill. Quick dash. Come. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw, Clifford. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over. They'll run on first down. Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12.
Ready.
The 30-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the end zone, him, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos push further out in front. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Come on,
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Bills.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clifford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's now 2nd and
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Normally you run a really tight...
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Hey, Delta. Get him.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Back to throw. Clifford. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for number 11, incomplete. It's 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Watch the safety creep. There.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
JAYCya260's. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yep.
I ain't gonna play with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Never brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Putting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tie. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Mid beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies I done grabbed if you can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my